Hey folks, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. Hope everyone's having a good day. Usually, if I've been working in the yard, I'll come in and have my tea, if you like, around 4 o'clock. And at that time, I'll usually glance through the various news outlets. Occasionally, I'll look at the good old BBC, though I must say that's quite infrequently these days. I don't enjoy the outlet as much as I used to. But there is today, about an hour ago, being reported a story that certainly grabbed my attention. And how would we introduce this story? Well, let's say this. If Julio Caesar Chavez Jr. thought that last weekend was somewhat disappointing, this coming weekend promises to be singularly unpleasant in comparison. Let's look at the story. Boxer Julio... I did not mean to laugh when I said boxer. That was a pure slip. Let me try that again. Boxer Julio Caesar Chavez Jr. arrested by U.S. immigration. Apparently, according to the BBC News, U.S. immigration agents have arrested famed Mexican boxer Julio Caesar Chavez Jr., who's aged 39, plan to deport him to Mexico, where he has an active arrest warrant for his involvement in organized crime. That's the story from the U.S. authorities. Less than a week before, he was defeated by Chapo, and they go on about that a little bit. U.S. officials say Julio Caesar Chavez Jr. is affiliated with the notorious Mexican Sinaloa drug cartel. His lawyer denies the claims. Yes, well. Then there's let me see. Department of Homeland Security say under President Trump, no one is above the law, including world-famous athletes. Yes. And apparently Chavez was arrested by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, officers in Studio City, Los Angeles on Thursday, today. His fight against Paul was in nearby Anaheim, yes. DHS statements a promising Mexican boxer, a criminal illegal alien, is being processed for expedited removal. Chavez is a Mexican citizen who has an active arrest warrant in Mexico for his involvement in organized crime and traffic in firearms, ammunition, and explosives, according to the statement from the Department of Homeland Security. It added that officials believe that he may have been affiliated with the Sinaloa Cartel, which President Donald Trump has designated as a terrorist organization. I think he did that in his first day. Describing the alleged connection, the statement says Julio Caesar Chavez Jr. applied for U.S. permanent residency last year due to his marriage to a U.S. citizen. Who is connected to the cartel through a prior relationship with the now deceased son of the infamous cartel leader El Chapo Guzman. So, sounds possibly a little bit tenuous. So he's married this woman who used to be involved with the son of a cartel leader. Who knows? According to U.S. officials, Chavez Jr. has been arrested and jailed for several offenses in the U.S., many involving weapons. I think we know about that. Yes, 2024, 2023, fraudulent statements. I think all that's been covered. I think he's had a really, really unfortunate personal life in recent years, so we don't have to rake all that up again. What is interesting is, according to this article in the BBC, 2 weeks before the bout, Chavez Jr. held a public workout in LA. And during that public workout, he had spoken out against the ICE raids by law enforcement in the United States. He said, this is apparently a quote from Julio Caesar Chavez Jr. "I was even scared, to tell you the truth. It is very ugly." He said he accused U.S. immigration agents of giving the community an example of violence. "I'm from Sinaloa, where things are really ugly, and to come here to see such a beautiful country with everything, and to see Trump attacking immigrants, not being with God makes you think you know everything, blah, 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 blah. After everything that's happened, I wouldn't want to be deported." Oh, well, that's a somewhat unfortunate sort of phraseology there. And possibly Donald Trump, who is, of course, a keen boxing fan, paid attention to what Mr. Julio Caesar Chavez Jr. Had to say. One doesn't know. Pure speculation. Well, there we go. I think that's possibly the first time I've ever quoted the BBC on Canada's boxing channel. Not normally a source of boxing news, but there we are. Let's see how this story unfolds. Sort of after last week's performance, though, it is only tangentially boxing, isn't it, really? Former boxer. Anyways, if you like, please subscribe, and please join me for mostly every day some content. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye-bye.